weather prediction is accurate, it is raining. Although it is kind of bright, it seems like it's semi-sunny, like say way further south. I highly doubt it's gonna clear up though enough for me to fly anyways. I actually can't believe I did a blooper yesterday where I forgot to hit the record button again. What happened was, it was super windy and everything like that, which wasn't a big issue when I first flew. But basically when I changed the batteries, I put it on the table and I started the engines up as normal, but I guess it was a little too close to the little cracks in the table, so when I started the engine, it moved the drone enough where one piece of the leg, it actually fell through like the middle of the table, so just enough to start it saying like error, I can't take off. So I believe what I did was I stopped the video, moved the drone a little bit, restarted again, like okay it works and now it flies. But in the process of doing that, I forgot to hit the record button, so I basically missed everything, like recording like the dogs and everything like that. Like, oh my goodness! Can't believe I made that kind of error. With all the warning messages and stuff they give you of the wind and all that, too bad there's nothing saying, warning, you're not recording, are you sure? That's okay. I read this where I couldn't actually believe this was actually legitimately real, apparently. It says, monkeys cannot own a copyright. Judges rule in infamous monkey selfie lawsuit. So to my understanding, something happened with where a monkey picked up a camera or something like that, took a photo of themselves, and then it basically got published on the internet. And then there's an activist group saying how that monkey has rights, and they're basically like suing the person, like something like that. I was like, what? A monkey may be able to snap a selfie, but a monkey cannot sue or own a copyright, an appeals court determined on Tuesday, April 24th. People of the Ethical Treatment of Animals, PETA, opened a lawsuit against photographer David Slater in 2015 for publishing a monkey selfie, claiming the crested macaque named Naruto that took the image owned the copyright. A 3-judge panel in 9th Circuit Court of Appeals denied both parties' requests for dismissal for a mutual settlement outside of court and instead delivered a verdict saying that monkeys cannot own copyright and that PETA now needs to pay the photographer's attorney fees. Is this not one of the most ridiculous things you've heard? Again, apparently it's real and it went through the court system and everything like that. The lawsuit stems from an image shot in 2011 when Slater left his camera unattended in a jungle in Indonesia and a curious monkey decided to take a selfie, complete with a big grin. The photographer self-published a book including the image in 2015 which PETA says was a violation of the monkey's copyright. Wikipedia also refused to remove Slater's photo because as the work of an animal, it wasn't copyrighted, the website said. It seemed like they were persistent with this. It says, in 2016, a judge ruled that an animal couldn't own a copyright, but PETA appealed the decision. PETA claimed that nothing inside the copyright law said that the law was just for humans. In today's decision, however, the judges said that in an earlier case, Setesian versus Bush said that Congress must explicitly state inside the law that animals can sue. Since there is no animal clauses in US copyright laws, the judge said that the animal could not own a copyright. And they didn't end there according to this. It says PETA also tried to use next friend law in the case, which allows someone to sue on behalf of someone else if that person isn't available to sue. For an example, an individual too young to sue. The court, however, said that PETA didn't have a significant relationship with the monkey. Again, isn't that one of the most ridiculous things you've ever heard? I'm almost wondering like, if it's real or anything, but apparently it is. How? Why? That kind of goes against the organization's belief and stuff like that, isn't it? To protect animals in general. It seems like it's almost like, it's just my opinion, but it almost feels like they're using it as propaganda, if that's what you want to call it, to promote their cause. It's almost like they're abusing the animal, like, do I dare to say in that case? At this rate, if anyone's using, like, say, a drone to take a selfie shot or a robot that uses some kind of algorithm to take automatic photos, now that machine owns the copyright and that machine's gonna sue us. This is just ludicrous. What was that? A mini rumble there? Actually seems like it stopped raining hard at least. Maybe I will get the fly. Hey, baby geese. got when you heard the plane or jet fly over? Seems like there was a lot about drones in education I read today too. This one says, U of A at Fort Smith to offer drone degrees. Tech-savvy students will soon have another option to learn high-flying technology in a booming industry. The University of Arkansas at Fort Smith has been approved to offer degrees in unmanned aerosystems, more commonly referred to as drone flying. It says they expect about a $500 million economic impact in this industry over the next 5 years with up to 600 jobs regionally, so we are preparing people for this job. While they may not be there today, they will be there tomorrow, and that's something to think about too. I mean, it is the way of the future, which I hope people get through to their heads. I mean, with those people that say like there's no point having them, no point having a recreational flyer have them, you might as well start people early, in my opinion. It says most often drones are used to collect data, but this education will also teach students how to operate and maintain drones. That would be kind of fun. I know a lot of schools, they have things like woodworking shops and stuff like that, so it'd be kind of neat to have a drone building course as well. This one seemed way more intensive though. ECSU offers drone courses with a 4-year degree coming soon. In 2019, the college plans to offer what would be the state's only 4-year degree in unmanned aircraft systems. ECSU already offers the only 4-year aviation degree in North Carolina. The 16 students in the unmanned aircraft classes learn to fly drones, interact with air traffic control, and use different payloads and sensors such as cameras. They get training in interpreting whether and when and where to safely operate their aircraft. It's kind of an interesting point here which got me thinking. It says drone pilots are a hot commodity according to an FAA aerospace forecast. The industry could need more than 300,000 new pilots in the next 5 years, the report said. In 2016, the FAA reported 42,000 commercial or government drones. The number grew to beyond 110,000 by the end of 2017, and the FAA predicts the growth to a high exceeding 700,000 by 2022. Kind of makes me think, for a person like myself, I fly it for fun. I fly it virtually every day when I can, so I guess you can say I'm getting the practice and improving every day. Is it considered as a quote hot commodity to most people? Should a person like me seriously consider moving into the professional arena, if that's what you want to say? But for me, I actually wouldn't mind trying to do stuff like that for a work purpose, if that's what you want to say. But at the same time, it's just too bad with the way like here like the regulations are. It kind of holds back people just from experimenting to see if it's something they would like to do. I mean, if I'm thinking of anything else, even if someone wants to start like say a small side business just selling, I don't know, something, just reselling items and all that, technically you can do it. It's only if you go over like a certain amount, you need like property and all that stuff, etc., etc. That's when you become a business, but there's nothing stopping people just from trying it out. Just like being a videographer, you can hire a guy like, hey, I'll pay you, just carry this camera around for me. Whereas in this case, you can't be, hey, come here and help me like shoot like this footage with a drone, even if it's like in a perfectly safe area. Well, nope, that's illegal now. So that's a little ludicrous if you want people to basically get their foot wet in the industry, maybe even become better and become a quote, like say, large commercial professional. Actually, I was asked this a couple of times too, just with some random people. They asked, am I selling like the quote footage, like some of the nature stuff? And I'm like, no, I just do it for fun. Because some of them, they actually work for, I guess, stations and stuff like that. Actually, it makes me wonder what would happen in that case, just with the way the regulations are. You take a photo or video or whatever, it's been years and years, someone's interested in it to use it, like say, in a documentary that way. Is that all of a sudden like, nope, I can't ever do that because like that's commercial? Or no? It's just so silly when you think about it, the regulations for the drone camera versus everything else in life. Okay, the rain kind of stops. I guess I get to fly it a little bit. Okay, cool. I got to fly. Didn't expect the rain to stop. Alright, see you guys later.